Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. I received a question from Mariano, first and foremost. Thank you so much for the question. And he's essentially asking about having a PA account, a $50,000 PA account. And if he's up 52,000, he withdraws 1,000, he's down then to 51,000. Does the trailing threshold begin again? So let's talk about how this works because there's a couple important pieces that are super critical here. So with a 50K account, that's your starting balance. Okay. This is going to be 50K. And you have a $2,500 trailing threshold. So that's essentially the space between your starting balance here and your trailing threshold balance, which is at 47,500. So that's 2,500 in between here and here. Okay. So you want to keep this as healthy as possible. That's like the main thing until the trailing threshold actually stops. And we'll go into that in a second. But in order to even withdraw any money on a $50,000 account, there is a minimum. And all of this stuff is in the FAQs. So if you guys want to check it out for your own account size, all of it's in the Apex FAQs. But the minimum to withdraw is 52,600. So you can't even withdraw until you get your account balance, this line, up to 52,600. But again, there's two different things that you need to keep in mind, that you need to keep track of. And Mariano, I know that you've taken my How to Get Funded class. So make sure you are using your trailing threshold tracker that I give you in the course, because that's going to help you maintain this very healthy amount of trailing threshold. So as you make some profits, as you make some losses, as you make some profits, as you make some losses, this thing is trailing up with you according to your unrealized profit. The way to keep it the most healthy is to set a target on your charts and let that target get filled. Now, as this is cruising higher and higher, ideally, eventually, it will get so high and you will reach the balance of 50,100. Now, again, this is not the account balance that I'm talking about. At this point, your account balance, ideally might be way up here. This is the balance of your threshold starting here. And once it goes to 50,100, it actually stops trailing you. So that's a really great day in the life of any funded trader, because then you don't have that thing constantly on your back. You can just continue to trade like a normal trader, not worrying about this trailing threshold, because it will stop at 50,100. And regardless of what account size you have, it's always $100 above your starting balance. So let's say it was a $25,000 account, it would be 25,100. So in this case, with a 50K, it would be 50,100, and that thing stops. Then, regardless of where your account balance is, maybe you're at like 53,000 up here. If you do come down and hit that at 50,100, that's it. The account is failed. You're done. You need to start over. So this is the most important thing, is to always at first manage like how much space do you have between whatever your account balance is and wherever your trailing threshold is. Because again, there are two different things that you need to keep track of. And then once this thing stops here at 50,100, that is awesome. But then that basically becomes your zero line. Like if this was a normal account, that would be you've lost all the money, you're out. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps clarify some things. As a reminder, all evaluations are currently 90% off if you want to grab one, if you want to grab a few. There is no maximum amount of evaluations that you can have. You can have up to 20 different PA accounts, so funded accounts, that's per household. So get as many as your heart desires. But as always, Mariano, thank you for your question. If any of the rest of you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can drop them in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.